Hey there, I'm Matt. I'm excited to join the True 911 Calls team to bring you even more cases every week. The holiday season is a time of hope, miracles, and the kindness of strangers. But for Matt Room, Christmas of 2022 would become a harrowing fight for survival. Trapped for 6 days in the freezing Indiana wilderness, his story is nothing short of a Christmas miracle. On a cold December night, the 27-year-old was driving home from work. What began as a routine commute quickly turned into a nightmare. After swerving to avoid a deer on I-95 in Porter County, his truck veered off the road and crashed into a ravine, hidden from view under an overpass. Severely injured and unable to move, Matt was trapped inside the wreckage. In the chaos, his phone had fallen out of reach. Immobilized, he couldn't signal for help or attract attention. For 6 excruciating days, he was left to battle hunger, dehydration, and freezing temperatures, completely alone. Desperate to stay alive, Matt devised an ingenious way to collect rainwater, using a visor and his sweatpants as a makeshift filter. Each morning, he yelled for hours, hoping someone would hear him. As the days dragged on and his strength faded, he began to lose hope. But on the 6th day, help finally arrived. 2 fishermen, Mario Garcia and Navardo de la Torre, were scouting for a new fishing spot when they noticed a damaged fence and disturbed vegetation near the highway. Investigating further, they discovered the wrecked truck. At first, they feared the driver had already succumbed to his injuries. But when one of them touched his shoulder, Matt stirred, shocking them both.
911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
Hey, sir. I'm here at let's see, a fishing hole right off the expressway here. I don't know the address, but there's a car that's been here since Wednesday, and there's a person inside of it. He's still alive too.
Okay, give me 1 second, okay?
Alright, can you ping my location?
Okay. Alright, so you're on the interstate. So it's on the interstate, like the car's parked on the interstate?
No, he's underneath the bridge on the interstate.
He's underneath the bridge?
Yeah, the car and everything.
Okay. So he drove off. Like, did he wreck, or did he just pull off the road?
No, he wrecked. He said he's been here since Wednesday. And his car's totally totaled, and he's in the car right now as we speak.
Okay. All right. Give me just 1 second. I'm
You all right?
narrow down the location. Do you see a mile marker just to verify?
Say again?
Do you see a mile marker nearby? I just want to make sure that I'm looking at the same.
Yeah, let me go up. I'm gonna be on here. Let me see if I can get you one.
Okay. I think are you? Is it easier to access them from the going through?
You can access it from right here from the bridge from the highway.
Is it easier from the eastbound lanes or the westbound lanes? Do you think?
Probably going west on the west side, going towards Chicago. Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's crazy. I came down here to check for fishing, and he's down here in the car.
Okay. I think you're about the 20.2. What kind of vehicle is it?
It looks like a Ford pickup.
Ford truck? Okay.
Yeah. It's mile 2.2.
20.2?
Yeah, 20.2.
Okay.
There's something. Yeah, he's been here since Wednesday, he said.
He's been there since Wednesday? Okay. Did he have any injuries that you're aware of?
He's trapped in the truck, so I can't really see if he's injured or not, but he's in the truck, and he's looking right at me right now.
Okay.
Hey, Mario, ask him if he has any other injuries.
What did he say?
He said his legs might be broken.
Possible broken legs?
So I can't really hear you because of the traffic, but that's he might have other injuries.
Okay. Possible broken legs.
Yeah.
And possible other injuries that we're not aware of.
Yeah, he said he can't feel his legs.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I already let him know he's been here since Wednesday.
Okay. We're getting everybody en route. I'm just going to keep you on the line as long as I can, trying to get information. Are you able to ask him what his name is?
Hey, Mario, what's his name? Huh? Ram? Reed? Matthew Reed? Matthew Rain.
Matthew Rain? Okay. Where is he from?
Where's he from, Mario? South Bend.
He's from South Bend? Okay.
Yes, sir. You guys might need the jaws of life to open the doors. His truck's pretty wrecked.
Okay. Okay. We've got some of our local officers in addition to state troopers coming along with our fire and EMS. So
Okay.
let me know.
Good.
Let me know when you see them.
Okay.
So I'm just going to keep you on trying to get further information.
Sounds good. I'm here. I'll stay here.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate it. Has he like been? Has he had food and water and that stuff? Is that how he?
I don't know. I don't know how he came off and ended on the bottom of the bridge.
Okay.
I don't see no. Oh, he hit the guardrail. Looks like he hit the guardrail.
Okay.
He was going westbound, trying to hit the guardrail on the opposite end of the bridge, and ended up down here. Yeah, they already pinged my location. They're on the way, buddy. They're on their way.
Okay. What's your name, real quick, sir?
Navardo de la Torre.
Okay. Okay. There should be a couple portage officers that just arrived in the area. Do you see them?
I do not.
Okay. They might just be on. They might be down the road a little way still.
Yeah, I don't see any cars yet. It's right on the highway, the expressway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody else seen him. There's guys fishing down here, and I just walked up and I seen the truck underneath the bridge. I thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, that's definitely good that you guys can see him. I mean, especially because they're not
I see the officers, but they're on the other side.
Okay, they're on the eastbound lane.
Yep.
Okay.
Whoa! You can't hear me. They're on the other side.
Okay, he may have to go find a turnaround. So.
Yeah. And he's gonna have to go turn around.
Okay.
Alrighty, they're here.
All right, I'll go ahead and let you speak with all of them. Okay. I'll go ahead and let you speak with everybody. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Emergency services were immediately called to the scene. The rescue operation was grueling, requiring careful navigation of the steep and icy ravine. Once freed, Matt was airlifted to South Bend Memorial Hospital, where doctors had to work quickly to stabilize him. Remarkably, despite his prolonged entrapment, the 27-year-old had no internal organ damage. However, his injuries were severe enough to require the amputation of part of his leg. In the weeks that followed, he began the long road to recovery. With the help of his community, Matt adapted to life with a prosthetic leg, determined to overcome the physical and emotional challenges of his ordeal. In March, he was reunited with the two fishermen who saved his life.
Our first instinct was get you out of there.
Yeah.
Even though we're not responders, first responders, our instinct right away is to save your life.
The 6 days I was down there were longest, scariest, most terrifying days of my life because that day I had given up hope.
At a ceremony hosted by Boilermakers Local 374, Mario and Navardo were honored as heroes and made honorary members of the union. The three men have since formed a lasting bond, built on gratitude and shared experience. His story has since reached people around the world, from Greece to Mexico to Russia. Despite the trauma of his ordeal, Matt approaches life with resilience and even humor, joking about how his rescue shut down a major highway for hours. Today he's working toward new goals, including running a sub-18-minute 5K and inspiring others through motivational speaking. From rescuers in the wild to cops rescuing Christmas, turns out 911 handles it all. It was just another Sunday shift for Officers Barry Ward and Terrence Paramore of the Baton Beach Police Department, until they responded to a 911 hang-up call at a modest home in their Florida community. When they arrived, they found no emergency. A curious 2-year-old had been playing with the phone, accidentally dialing 911. But as officers prepared to leave, they noticed something else: the absence of holiday cheer in the home. There was no Christmas tree, no decorations, no lights. It was obvious to the officers that the family was struggling. The home belonged to a single mother and her 2 young children. It was the family's 7-year-old daughter who tugged at the officers' hearts, saying they weren't going to have a Christmas that year. Standing outside after the call, the 2 officers made a decision. Something needed to happen. The pair headed to a local Home Depot and used their own money to buy a live Christmas tree for the family. They didn't stop there. The officers also bought decorations, lights, a tree stand, and all of the essentials to transform the family's living room into a winter wonderland. In total, they spent about $100 out of their own pockets. But to Ward and Paramore, it wasn't about the money. It was about the impact. Later that evening, the cops returned to the family's home. This time, they weren't empty-handed.
Oh, I was very excited. I didn't expect that. And I see a real tree. I was like, whoa, I really love it. I like it. They didn't see any tree. And then they were talking about Santa coming, and after that they said they're gonna bring us a surprise, and they bring the tree, and the girl really excited about it.
Since delivering the tree, Ward and Paramore have stayed in touch with the family. They ensured that presents would be under the tree on Christmas morning. For the officers, the gesture was about more than gratitude. Paramore said, "We did it to inspire anyone and everyone." In December 2015, Linnea LaPeruta woke up from a nap to her 7-year-old trying to shoo an officer away. Isabella had made an accidental panicked 911 call.
911, where's your emergency? 911, hello?
Isabella.
Hi Isabella. Why are you calling 911?
Don't come to my house, no, don't.
Okay, were you accidentally dialing 911? You made a mistake?
Yes, I was trying to call my dad, but he called you an accident.
Okay, mistakes happen, honey. You could just say you made a mistake, okay?
Despite Izzy's pleas, New Jersey police have to check out any 911 call from a child. So a cop went to the home, and when he arrived, found the girl in tears.
I was doing this, and then it hit the elf.
She thought she killed the elf, or the elf was injured, and Santa would be upset, and Santa wouldn't come.
Thankfully, she didn't ruin Christmas. Isabella got a visit from Santa.
Don't call 911 for only emergencies. That's what you do. And don't call it for non-emergencies. Merry Christmas, everyone.
After Santa saved the day for one little girl, a boy in Mississippi decided to take matters into his own hands. Because when the Grinch shows up, it's time to call in reinforcements. And if there's one thing you don't mess with, it's this kid's holiday cheer.
I'm just trying to tell you something. Watch for the Grinch. Because the Grinch won't steal Christmas, okay?
Okay, do you have any adults there with you?
Man, I'm sorry. This is my son playing on the phone.
No, it's fine. It's fine. He called in saying that the Grinch was trying to steal his Christmas.
When 5-year-old Tylon Bittman set out to stop the Grinch from stealing Christmas, no one expected it to turn into the holiday story of the year. After his dad apologized for what he thought was a harmless emergency, word of the call reached Officer Lauren DeVal of the Byram Police Department. She decided to step in.
What are you gonna do when he tries to steal your Christmas?
I want to try to come at my house and tackle you.
The next day, the cop visited Tylon with some big news. The Grinch wouldn't be ruining Christmas this year.
Once Tylon thought the Grinch had enough time to think about his actions, he walked in the cell for a little one-on-one with the Grinch.
The police chief even told Tylon he could apply to join the force when he turns 21. Until then, he can rest easy knowing he earned a spot on Santa's nice list and saved Christmas. Holiday decorations are meant to spread cheer, but sometimes they just spread confusion and occasionally a little panic. In Kentucky, one homeowner's tribute to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was so spot on that a concerned neighbor called 911 to report Cousin Eddie himself loitering in her front yard, beer can and all.
Have a male standing outside. He is naked. He has a robe covering part of his body. He is exposing himself, and he has a hose between his legs.
When police arrived, it didn't take long to realize the display was a joke. Officers laughed, snapped some photos, and assured Joni her tribute was spot on. Her neighbors loved the display too. Well, most of them.
She told me she was looking for a mannequin, and I was like, oh Lord, here we go.
And Joni planned to expand the fun every year, with Clark Griswold dangling from her roof. While Kentucky had Cousin Eddie, Austin, Texas had Clark Griswold, dangling precariously from a rooftop, or so it seemed. Homeowner Chris Heerling and his wife, Hannah, went all out recreating the unforgettable scene from Christmas Vacation, where Clark, played by Chevy Chase, slips while hanging lights and ends up dangling from the roof. But their version was too realistic, so much so that retired veteran Alfred Norwood Jr. sprang into action after spotting the man in distress. The Good Samaritan was seen moving a ladder and yelling for help when Clark fails to respond. And the veteran would probably take the chance again.
You know, he said, I don't care who you are, if I see somebody in need, I'll be there to help.
Both displays prove two things. One, you can never underestimate the dedication to a good Christmas prank. And two, the Christmas spirit is alive and well, though it occasionally needs glasses. Next year, let's hope anyone adding Cousin Eddie or Clark Griswold to their lawns puts up a disclaimer. Relax, folks, it's a joke. The only thing in danger here is our electric bill. It's Christmas Eve in North Texas, and while kids eagerly await Santa's arrival, the Dallas Police Department's 911 call takers are on standby to help the big guy navigate the skies. Inside the communications center, twinkling lights and wreaths bring holiday cheer to a team that swapped their own cozy Christmas Eve for a night of keeping Dallas safe. But this year, they've got an extra mission, tracking Santa's sleigh with NORAD's Santa Tracker to ensure his path is clear for delivering presents. If Santa hits turbulence, don't worry, Dallas 911 has him covered. And finally, here's your Christmas reminder. Don't be that caller. It was Christmas 2010. And while most people were tucking into leftovers or enjoying a quiet holiday in Hertfordshire, phones were ringing off the hook. Amid a flood of genuine emergency calls, one stood out because it wasn't exactly urgent.
Police emergency. Call you for to police.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Is it still Christmas Day?
Pardon?
Is it still Christmas Day?
No, it's Boxing Day now.
Oh, Boxing Day?
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, are you alright?
I'm okay.
Working hard?
I am working hard.
Is it busy?
Well, it is now. Have you got an emergency?
No.
No?
I just wanted to say, quickly, an important message to you.
Yeah?
You can pass it on. Okay?
All right.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Today is Christmas Day.
All right, I'm going to end the call now.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.
Sweet? Sure. Necessary? Absolutely not. While the caller was spreading holiday cheer, the dispatch center was dealing with a very busy night. Over the holiday period, calls to the police had already more than doubled, jumping from the usual 300 to nearly 800 in just 12 hours. With resources stretched thin, every second counts, and one misplaced call could delay help for someone in a real emergency. Jason Baxter, assistant manager at the Force Communications Room, made it clear that while the call might seem harmless, it's no laughing matter. This kind of reckless behavior could not only result in a criminal conviction for the foolish caller, but it could also ultimately put other genuine callers' lives at risk while they wait for their call to be answered or for officers to arrive. His advice? Don't be the punchline to your own joke. Police can and sometimes will release calls like this to the public. And let's be honest, no one wants to be remembered as the person who wasted police time to double-check the calendar. If it's not urgent, there's always the non-emergency line. Or better yet, just Google it. So this Christmas, keep the festive cheer flowing, but maybe leave the calendar checking to your phone or a family member.
For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.